There's this crazy cool story in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 6. It's about Elisha. Elisha has a servant young man, and an army from a neighboring country is advancing on his house to get Elisha. And the servant boy goes outside and sees him coming. He runs back in the house and he's like, Elisha, what are we going to do? And Elisha so calmly says, don't be afraid. There's more on our side than on theirs. And so he prays this sweet prayer and asks God to open the servant boy's eyes so he can see what's really going on. So the guy goes outside and he looks up in the sky and he sees all these chariots and horses of fire. Isn't that crazy cool? Meanwhile, the physical army of Aram is marching on Elisha. And Elisha prays again and asks God to make them blind. God does. So he has an army outside his house who are blind. And so he goes outside and he says, hey, I'll lead you to the man you're looking for. Guess what he does? He leads them straight into Israel, their enemy. And so when the last soldier is in the city gates, he cries out to God again and says, would you make them take their blindness away, let them see. So all these soldiers open their eyes and realize they're in captivity. Well, the king of Israel gets a little excited and wants to kill him. And Elisha's like, no, we don't kill prisoners of war. Let's feed them. And so the king of Israel has this great feast prepared for these captives. And I just love that. I love that on so many levels. But I love especially the part about our spiritual eyes being opened. And that's really what I want to think about today. And so the challenge is that we would pray that our spiritual eyes would be open to the realities that we can't see, like that army in the sky. I know that many of you today are in a terrible spiritual battle, and you probably are like the servant. You need to be encouraged. Some of us could be in captivity and we don't realize it. So the prayer is, help us to see that too. Or some of us, guys, have a seat at the table to celebrate, but we don't do that for whatever reason. And so the prayer is that our eyes would be open to wherever we are on the spiritual journey to Jesus, that we would see God for who He is and ourselves for who we are, so we can correct and get closer to Him or just enjoy. So I hope you'll do that today. I pray that you'll ask God to open your eyes. Hope you have a good day.